What's good? It's your boy Herb to the man. Welcome back to the show, The Transition. Today I'm talking about balance. You know, it's funny when you talk to other people, they have all the answers on how they can balance your life and how much time you can give to everybody. And it's funny is that when you follow them in their trails, they're not doing good at balancing at all, but they have all of the advice in the world. For me, my life is complex, so I schedule my life all the way down to the hour of who I'm going to spend that time with, what I got to do. But more so than anything, whatever's important to you, you have to give the same amount of time that you're going to give to your family to whatever you're trying to strive for. If you're working a 9 to 5, the reality is that you're going to have to give your all and your attention to that 9 to 5 until you get off. The same thing for anything else in your life, spending time with your loved ones, moving on a whole new genre that you're trying to get into, whatever you're trying to do with your significant other, your pets, anything like that. It works with a balance. So for me, when people try to tell me how it should go and what I should do and how I should do it, I just pay attention to the source that's talking to me. And, today everybody can't really do anything without letting social media know every step that they're making. So all you have to do is just watch Facebook or IG for a minute or Snapchat and you see exactly where everybody's at. And it just makes me laugh because we have a lot of advice today, and giving people advice is cool when you're following the advice. But if you're not balancing your life well, then I don't understand how you feel the need to tell someone else how to balance their life. I'm working on my second album, I Am Who I Say I Am, Part 2, The Dark Side. And I told a few of my brothers in the struggle is that, hey man, here it is. This album, we live by a code, but I'm talking about the mistakes that I made and the mistakes that everybody else made. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't have the type of time that you're looking for from me, then I realize I'm not that important to you and you're not that important to me. I'll get to you just as well as you'll get to me. When you talk about a father that's out of the household, everybody thinks that we're supposed to chase down everybody in order to be in everybody's life. And if we're not chasing down everybody and if we're not making ourselves an open ATM, then we're wrong, you know? Hey, I need just as much love as everybody else. And I know as black men, we say we straight all the time. So I know it seems like we don't need the same amount of love as any other male on the face of this earth or any other person on the face of this earth. But we need just as much love. We need just as much recognition. We need all of the understanding, just like we give when people miscalling us. Hey, I feel that pain just like you when I miscalling you. So understanding that, what I realize is that you just have to understand who's your team. But for me, I've had to learn how to balance my life. And man, when you realize that you have to work on yourself, follow my social media platforms. Trust me, I haven't had anything to say about anybody. I've had something to say about situations, but I'm not going to waste my 3 seconds of fame talking about somebody else when I can continue to keep pushing what we're doing through our production team and my music and motivational speeches and everything else. And then, working with my team and doing the things I got to do with my significant other. And man, I don't have time to talk about anybody else and what they're doing in their career or what stars are doing or anything like that, because when you're actually working on yourself, you realize you don't have the time that I realize a lot of people do on social media now with all of these opinions. When we was growing up, you had to pay for an opinion. It seems like now opinions are free, but there's still a cost to your opinion. You may not it may not catch up with you as fast as it used to because You can hide behind, your laptop or your desktop or your phone. But the reality is, at some point, people are going to know who you are, and you're still going to have to pay, especially if you're not using it the right way. If anybody asks me my opinion, and they personally need my opinion, then I'll give my opinion personally, but I'm still going to try to figure out how I can be nice with how I do it, because everybody is being nice enough to let you in their lives. They're not asking you to belittle them with a rebuttal and then go sit back on the couch. And that's my problem, is that a lot of people today want to slow your progress down because they don't have an idea of how to get out of the rat race they're in, the circle that they're in, fear of expanding and going somewhere else is a problem as well. So for me, I don't fear that. If I got to go to LA, then I'm going to go to LA and I'm going to do what I got to do. If I got to go to New York, I'm going to go to New York. If I got to go to Seattle, then I'm going to go to Seattle. If I got to do what I got to do, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because the end game is, before I leave this earth, I want to make sure that I leave enough behind for my children that understand my rat race and my purpose and what I'm doing and my sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, I have respect for people that respect me. I don't care what our relationship is. If you have no respect for me, then I have no respect for you. But I'm going to do this because I balance my time. You just don't get any more of my time, period. Now, I said this before, is people want beef, but they don't want to declare war because I think people know who I really am. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have time to bull crap. I don't, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And you can have your opinion about me, but this is where I learned just of the last 4 or 5 years. I got to balance my time or people will play with my time. And this is the one thing that Hugh Hefner would have bought up if he could have. If he could have bought that time up, he would have bought that time up. So time is not free. And there is really no price on time. So the reality is that in order for people to respect your time, you have to make them respect your time. I always say it, and I'm going to say it again. You teach people how to treat you. When you balance your time and you schedule your life, trust me, in the beginning, people will laugh at it and go, oh, man, that's what you're doing. But pretty soon, when you're working and things are working and things are clicking because you don't have time to pass judgment on other people, you're working on yourself, then people will start respecting your grind. That's what I do. That's why my clothing line is Heavy Grinders. That's all I do. I grind all day long. I'm not looking for friends, family, or anybody to solidify me, be excited about the music that I'm doing. I mean, I've shared my music on a number of occasions, and thank God that I have fans. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's almost like breaking people's arms to give them free music of what you're doing. But that's because we're too close. So understanding that when we opened up with DJ Digital Pool and started putting our music up there and our music started going past America, that's when we started getting fans. And I started realizing that, we're too close. I am who I say I am. If I say I'm going to back you, then I'm going to let you know 100% I got your back. If I don't have your back, I'm going to let you know 100% I don't have your back. And not by being ignorant. It's just you'll know because I won't call at all. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's the thing, is that we've lost respect for each other because everybody is the victim. And if you don't balance yourself, then yeah, you got to have an excuse on why you don't have your life balance and why you're giving me advice when you're still in the same position that you were in 10 years ago. Every year I'm looking to advance something else, but I got a 2-year plan, a 3-year plan. I'm always thinking ahead because I don't want to be in the same position I was in 5 years ago, 5 years later. That's with balance. You know what I'm saying? So understanding that situation, trust me, I got a lot of frenemies that they're cool if they can wipe their feet on me, but I didn't get up off the floor. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no doormat for anybody else, because when you balance your life, then you understand you don't have time for other people's shenanigans. I just don't have time for it anymore. If you getting down with me, like I say, my money spends real well with my daughters now. So understanding that, man, when you can get somebody to understand your sacrifice, then it's cool. But now I don't chase everybody anymore, because I got a life to live myself, you know? And it's funny how everybody is always so busy with their kids and so busy with their life that they can't get up with you, but you're supposed to chase them all day long, and they'll catch up with you on a regular. I said this before, and this is to my female cousins, female friends, and everything else. You should thank your kid's father, because if you're getting income tax and child support, if he don't mess with you, then I'm pretty sure y'all knew what was going on in this relationship. So I don't think you should have put no children on top of something that wasn't solid. You know, I said this a couple of shows before. You got to have a real good foundation before you build up. So for me, it's like I don't, like a lot of my female friends, like, oh, I know you gonna agree with the male. No, I just agree with good decisions. And I was there before you decided to have this child, and I know neither one of y'all wanted to be in a relationship. That's not balancing and making decisions off of hoping that you can get in that man's pocket so he can keep your bills paid too. I'm tired of that too. I'm tired of everybody trying to spend, especially black males, money. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, if we gonna love each other, let's love each other. But that goes with balance too, and that's our fault as well. Because now it's time for us to start paying attention to where's the no line, no wait for us. I'm not about to stand in nobody's line and I'm gonna be second or third fiddle, but I'm supposed to help you pay your bills. No. If I'm balancing my life, then it makes me understand if you're not on the same page that I'm on, progress, moving forward, trying to better my money, and not looking for any type of assistance, then we on the same page. Other than that, if you still in the same slot that you're in, that's the reason why we don't talk on a day-to-day basis, because I balance my life, but I've worked on the foundation and I'm building up. I'm not trying to be in the same spot next year that I'm in right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's working on self. Follow any of my social media platforms and you'll see I'm not talking about anybody else, because I don't have time to talk about anybody else, because I figured out where I was messing up when I was younger. I'm too busy trying to be cool with everybody. Everybody's not trying to be cool with me, so I don't have to be cool with everybody. I don't have to be negative towards everybody, but reality is that, man, if I'm not what used to be, if I'm not in your favorite five, then you ain't in mine. You know what I'm saying? And there's no love lost. We all good. You do you, I'm going to do me. And, man, from this point, we'll figure it out. But you balance your life, I'm going to balance mine. I have nothing to say about you. And if you say something about me, I'm going to make sure that it gets back to you, that you need to talk to me. I said this before and I'm going to say it again, and I made a song off of it. It's Prayer. It'll be on the new album. People want beef, but don't declare war. You know what I'm saying? So don't talk a lot of gang of mess if you're not going to tell it to that person. But that's what social media has done for everybody too, and that's why there's so many unbalanced people today, because we're trying to fix everybody else except for ourselves. And here's the reason why. Because to fix self takes some work. It takes some effort. It takes some time. Much easier to pass judgment on other people. Balance your life. That's what I'm doing right now. I balance my life every day. I know exactly what I'm going to do. If I had 7 or 8 producers, I would have 14 or 15 albums. That's just who I am. I continue to write. I continue to do the things that I'm supposed to do. And I continue to be a student of the game, of everything that I'm doing. Motivational speaking, advocating for other people, music, dancing, editing, everything that I'm doing. This is acting. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, because when you figure it out, and I did, is that it's a 24-hour day, 7-day-a-week job to work on yourself. When I learned that, then I understood balance. It's your boy Herb Tudor, man. Listen, do something for somebody else. Trust me, to give you a chance to figure out where you're supposed to be. Holla at your boy, man. I got some more shows, some more episodes. Get back at me.